Presented before you is a typical squad ready for a combat patrol. The squad is led by a squad leader. The squad leader carries an M4 carbine rifle. The M4 carbine is a modified M16. The barrel is shorter and it has a straight, collapsible buttstock. Within the squad are 2 team leaders. The team leaders Alpha and Bravo are in charge of their respective teams and assist the squad leader throughout the patrol. Bravo team leader has the additional duty as the assistant squad leader. The team leaders carry the M16 rifle with the M203 grenade launcher, PEQ-15, and an individual communication radio. Along with a basic combat load of 210 rounds for their rifle, each team leader also carries a minimum combat load of 36 high-explosive M203 rounds. The M16 is a gas-powered, shoulder-fired, semi-automatic assault rifle that can fire in both single-shot and 3-round burst mode. This 5.56mm rifle is capable of using ball ammunition as well as tracer and blank munitions. The M203 is a single-shot grenade launcher mounted beneath the barrel of the assault rifle. This weapon fires a 40mm projectile of high explosive, smoke, parachute flares, or a variety of non-lethal crowd-controlled munitions. It has a separate sighting system as the rifle's organic sights are not compatible with the ballistics of the 40mm projectile. The individual communication radio is used for internal communication with the squad leader and between the team leaders to better control the squad. Each team leader controls an automatic rifleman who carries the M249 Squad Automatic Weapon, or SAWM, with a basic combat load of 1,000 rounds. The SAWM is a belt or magazine-fed, fully automatic weapon which fires from the open bolt position. The primary means of loading a SAWM is with the standard 200-round drum of linked 5.56 ammunition. However, 30-round magazines may also be used for emergency situations. Each team leader also controls 2 riflemen who carry the M4 carbine rifle and M68, PEQ-15, and their basic combat load of 210 rounds for their rifle. The PEQ-15 is a target laser designator. It can designate targets out to 400 meters to engage with a night vision device. The M68 is a reflexive through-sight optic mounted on top of the weapon. This optic augments the weapon's natural sights with the use of a visible red dot as a reference for the shooter during emergency situations. The intensity of the red dot may be adjusted for any type of environmental illumination, even making it so dim it can only be seen through night vision devices. As you can see, each rifleman is also equipped with a medical aid bag, an M18 Claymore anti-personnel mine, and an M136 AT4 anti-armor weapon. The medical aid bag contains the basic equipment for a first responder. Every soldier has received basic first aid training and is able to render such aid for injuries found on the battlefield. The M18 Claymore anti-personnel mine is packed with 1.5 pounds of C4 explosive material. When detonated, it projects over 700 steel balls towards its target. The M136 AT4 is a shoulder-fired 84mm anti-armor weapon in an expendable fiberglass tube. The AT4 can penetrate up to 14 inches of armor. Additional equipment used by the squad include AN-PVS-14 night vision device, body armor, and load-bearing equipment. The AN-PVS-14 is a monocular night vision goggle used for short range or close in viewing during hours of limited visibility. The Interceptor body armor, or IBA, is the base piece of equipment that all worn equipment will fit around. The armor consists of soft mesh Kevlar and hard ceramic plates capable of defeating a sniper's bullet. There are additional shoulder, neck, groin, and side armor pieces that can be outfitted to attach to the IBA. The load-carrying equipment supports the basic load for the soldier. A typical kit consists of 7 magazines holding 210 total rounds, 2 fragmentary grenades, a personal first aid kit, and no less than 2 quarts of water. It is not uncommon for this kit to weigh 55 to 60 pounds for a day patrol, or 70 to 80 pounds for a 3-day patrol. Ladies and gentlemen, please give these soldiers a round of applause. A drill sergeant's day starts before their soldiers awake and ends long after they have put their soldiers to rest. 7 days a week, over 10 weeks of demanding training, drill sergeants serve as the instructor, mentor, and role model for their soldiers. Drill sergeants are present whenever and wherever soldiers go, in the cold of winter and in the scorching heat of summer. Drill sergeants are among the best non-commissioned officers in the United States Army and the world. They are hand-picked and undergo extensive and highly demanding training. The drill sergeants are identified by their distinctive headgear. Reciting the drill sergeant creed is Drill Sergeant Justin McKay. Drill Sergeant McKay is the drill sergeant of the cycle for Delta Company.
I am a drill sergeant. I will assist each individual in their efforts to become a highly motivated, well-disciplined, physically and mentally fit soldier, capable of defeating any enemy on today's modern battlefield. I will instill pride in all I train, pride in self, in the Army, and in country. I will insist that each soldier meets and maintains the Army standards of military bearing and courtesies consistent with the highest traditions of the U.S. Army. I will lead by example, never requiring a soldier to attempt any task I would not do myself. But first, last, and always, I am an American soldier, sworn to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I am a drill sergeant. This will defend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the battalion commander of the 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment, Lieutenant Colonel Scott E. Sensala.
Colonel Hernandez, Sergeant Major Dickey, distinguished guests, most importantly, family and friends of the 3rd Battalion, 34th Infantry Regiment soldiers. Welcome to Family Day. I can't begin to express how important it is that each one of you is here. Hopefully that's not me doing that. There are many days in a soldier's career where we don't get to do the things we want to do. The families, the birthdays, anniversaries, we miss out on those things. So for all of you being here, you've got to understand that this is a very special moment for your soldier to be able to share it with them. So thank you for coming out here today. I'd like to start today by recognizing a couple groups of people. First, I'd like to start by recognizing the veterans in the crowd that have set the standards and built the history that have made the American Armed Forces the greatest military in the world. With all the soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines in the crowd, past or present, please rise so we may recognize you for your service to the country. Thank you. Next, I'd like to recognize the friends and the siblings that have come out here. I know school's going to get ready to ramp up, and we all have a lot of busy things to do. It's a little bit inconvenient to drive all the way across the country. But you got to understand that these soldiers have just gone through 10 weeks of training. They've got a ton of stories they want to share with you, and it means a lot for them that you could come out here. But lastly, I'd like to thank all the moms and dads, the parents that raised these outstanding young Americans. It's from you that they learned their core values. It is because of you that they grew to be who they are. You were their first drill sergeant. Thank you for all that you've done in helping them to get where they are today. And I sincerely hope that you are proud of the soldier we are presenting you today. 10 weeks ago, a series of buses dropped these young warriors off at our barracks. Many of them were dazed and confused, and it only got worse as they entered the world of the drill sergeants. Cool. That's right, our drill sergeants wrapped their arms around them. and they started squeezing them. They started molding them. They started their days at 0500. Those days were agonizingly hot. I can't remember the last time we weren't at Heat Cat 5 here in Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And I just can't count the number of days that it rained here this last cycle. It seemed it was every single day. All right, we got waterlogged. I thought we were going to have to give out a few scuba badges before we got done. But they endured, and they're here today. And tomorrow they will graduate. They're one day short of that graduation day that they've been looking forward to. They're now experts in first aid, marksmanship, teamwork, and most importantly, the 7 Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. They become leaner, and they become meaner, and they become more resilient and hardened. They're capable of weathering the roughest storm and the angriest drill sergeant. When you join them on the field shortly, you will still see that great young American that left home 3 months ago. But you will also see someone emboldened with confidence. And I think you'll enjoy what you see and take pride in the soldier they have become. All right, now I know I'm the last person between you and all of them. So if anybody would like to hear me continue to pontificate about the great things, please raise your hand. All right. You can meet me down here at the end of the bleachers when we're done. We'll go with that. All right, so before we release or bring the soldiers forward, we've got a couple ground rules for today. First, you've got to understand that today is an on-post only pass. That means your soldiers cannot go out the front gate. You can go anywhere you want on the installation. You can stop by your soldiers' barracks. You can come by our battalion headquarters. You can go up to the PX and enjoy that. You can enjoy all of our great MWR facilities. We've got the theaters, the bowling alleys. We've got the great museum here at Fort Jackson. But you've got to stay on post. Number 2, we need your soldiers back by 7:45 tonight at the company area. They've got work that they must do preparing for graduation tomorrow, and they've got to get things in order for their shift date, which is Friday. However, once that's done, I invite each one of you to join me at our battalion classroom. Starting at about 8 p.m. tonight, I will host, in conjunction with ACS and Red Cross and Chaplain Randall's, a family orientation event. I learned a long time ago that what these soldiers do, they don't accomplish by themselves. My mother always had tons of questions about what, when, and where. Why are you deploying? Why are you not deploying? And there's a lot of unanswered questions, I assume, out here from the parents, the fiancés, and the spouses. And our goal tonight is to help answer some of those questions for you and take a little pressure off these young soldiers. They've been training for 10 weeks, and I'm not sure how much they remember what I told them. So I'm going to give it to you directly tonight, if you can be there. Try and take an hour out of your day, and then we'll get you back to your hotels. The third thing, PDA, is one of those acronyms that you were told about earlier. Public displays of affection. Oh, we just don't do that in uniform. However, because today is a special day, we're going to grant them an exception to policy. While they're out here on this field, you can hug them, hold them, and kiss them all you want.
No.
Once they leave this field, there's no holding hands and there's no smooching. Alright, so this is going to lead to a great social experiment. You're going to want to keep them out here, get all the hands on you can. And they all want to go to Burger King and to Taco Bell and get some great food. So we'll see whose will wins out in this one. Alright, now for the fun part. Okay, those are the rules. A couple of things to do with your soldiers during the day. We've got them highly trained. They're very receptive to certain things. So if you want to have a little fun with them today, wait until they get that first big bite of Whopper in their mouth, and loudly start counting backwards from 20, 20, 19, and watch what they can do with the rest of that meal. It's pretty impressive. We've worn them out over the last 10 weeks. They're tired. Like I said, every day starts at 5 o'clock and generally ends at 21, 2200, plus they've got their evening guard duties. So they're probably going to days off into space every now and then, or to start daydreaming. When you do that, just yell real loudly, "The push-up!" And they will execute 5 correct push-ups. It's kind of fun. Alright? We'll see how good. The last thing I want you to do, the Army's got this little word, it's called HOOR. It means just about everything. So throughout the day, I want you to throw a couple of rules into whatever you have to say and watch them try to expertly decipher it. And see if they can figure out exactly what you're saying. Cool? We're going to throw it in a couple times too. And by the end of the day, I'm going to guess that you can't count the number of times that they say it. So we got to work on that. But, all right. That's about it for the rules. I feel like I've got 3 kids of my own. I got 2 of them here today. It's like Christmas right now. I assume you're tired of listening to me. You all want that big present that's out here on the other side. They can't hear you yet. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. They're waiting for certain signals to come out here. So when I give you the sign, we're all going to stomp our feet a little bit, make a little bit of noise. And about halfway through, I'm going to point to the left-hand side. You're going to sound off with rock. And then we're going to point to the right-hand side. You're going to sound off with force. That's our battalion motto, rock force. 3, 3, 4, rock force. You're going to help me out? Yes. We're going to stomp our feet. We're going to be sounding off with rock and force. All right, I'm going to hold you up for one more small thing. You already heard the drill sergeant's creed. As always, out in front of your soldiers, you'll see the drill sergeants that have been with them every day for 10 minutes. And there's a few in the woodline still throwing pyro. All right, the drill sergeants out there. Cool? All right, I'm going to introduce you to the companies now. I'd like to start on the left, moving to left to right. On your far left is this Cycles Honor Company, led by Captain Sam and First Sergeant Collier. You've got Delta Company. In the center, you have the only company to score a perfect score on their end-of-cycle exams. Led by Captain Andrews and First Sergeant Deal is Bravo Company. On my left, you'll see the home of this Cycles Honor Grad, led by Lieutenant Ashmore and First Sergeant Lewis, Charlie Company. All right, in about 5 seconds, I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. When I get done, I want you to go find your soldier. Be safe. There's several hundred people here.